and Stu are on the air.
Ready? Right.
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks.
Everything you got, let's go.
Hello and welcome to week 2 of the Drew and Stu podcast. I'm Drew Livingstone. That's Cam Stewart. Cam, a little up and down week for both of us. I was 10-5 going into Monday night tonight. We don't know the results. You were 8-7 going to Monday night. Both of our best bets were 2-1. My best bet that was wrong was the Tennessee Titans, and your best bet that was wrong was the Carolina Panthers. Not only was that wrong, Cam, that was like the worst pick in NFL history. Apparently.
It could be. As I said, I tweeted, I go, this smells like the outhouse at a Fish concert with all these stoners there, like just honest to God, eating burritos. I told my girlfriend, we were, Drew, and I'll give you credit, I was watching the Tennessee game. They had control. It was 17-0. I remember because we were going out for dinner for her birthday. It was that in the Bills game. I go, let's just watch the Tennessee game. Things are going well. 17-0. We're high-fiving each other. I go, honey, this is me and Drew's big play here, whatever. Next thing you know, they're coming back, and then they're down 7. I'm like, what's Will Levis doing? I got to tell you, Drew, that was going down as one of the worst beats. And when we talk about games and swings, sometimes you know what you say? People go, oh, I'm on the right side. It was a good bet, whatever, and it loses. It doesn't matter. It loses. But the bottom line was this. I've never seen a team dominate. Caleb Williams did nothing. He gets the game ball. You know he gets the game ball too? First of all, Tennessee's returner for being Butterfingers, Bears special teams, their kickers money, and the rest is history. Drew, the fact that we didn't cover?
Pick six, fumble, muffed punt. Like,
what were you thinking? I'm thinking worst scenario, we lose by 3. And we covered the number.
Dude, I was like, worst scenario, it's an overtime game. Yeah, lose by 3. It was 17-0. Luckily, on Bet365, when the money line 17 points, you win it. So I got the money line still.
Good for you.
But that wasn't as big as my spread I had. And I was like, 17-0. This is amazing. Like we said on the show, Titans defense is unbelievable. Will Levis just had to not make mistakes, Cam. That's it. Just don't make mistakes.
But Drew, I'm going to tell you that you brought up a really good point, and we're not getting paid by this sports book, but I think I've talked to people about this. So like, oh, you're playing $1,000 a game. Like Pinnacle's a great book. Like I'm going to say for juice, it's the best. And I work with a lot of books, but I'm going to tell you, there's no price you can put on getting paid for a bet in a football, hockey game where you win it and the other team comes back and you can middle it twice and win every bet.
Oh yeah.
Like
you got to win. In a hockey game, you can win when your team's up 3-0. Bet the other side.
Yes,
they come back. You've already won.
Drew, like that. No, that's good information we're giving people. Like these guys aren't even paying us. But as a consumer that's not getting paid by them, I would say that feature to me is the most important.
Anything else stand out for you in week 1, Cam? I know the Titans screwed us. Joe Burrow looked like absolute shit. I don't know what this guy was doing out there. Like he was missing. I saw the all 22. So many open guys, Cam, and he's just like seeing pressure that isn't there and panicking, like checking it down. Like, what's up with the Bengals? The vibe's just not right with that team. We did say you had them 4th in the division. I had them 3rd.
Like, I had all the people
were ripping us.
Here, letter to editor. Here's what you can do. You can have all Carolina bets come to me, and I will literally say that could have been the worst bet in the history of football. I look at my phone, it's 30-3, and I go, my girlfriend's like, how about our teaser? I go, well, honey, Carolina's got to win they got to score this. I check it out. I'm like, ooh, New Orleans scored again. I go, put an X through it. I'm not even like going to pay attention. Hey, Drew, I literally, Bryce Young had a quarterback rating of 2.5. I don't think a baby and toddlers doing a Pampers commercial could do worse.
Was that better or worse than Daniel Jones? Like Daniel Jones might have been worse than that.
Daniel Jones was bad, but I would have to say out of all the quarterbacks, like Bryce Young's numbers they were disgusting.
Cam, we were defending him on offseason. We're like, give the kid a chance, blah, blah, blah. He came in and just, oh my God. Like,
how does that happen?
We got to give the guy some leash, but like, he just doesn't look athletic. Doesn't look like he has the arm to play in the NFL. Like, Cam, I don't know what's up with this guy. Like, dude, how long until we say he's cooked?
Drew, I'm gonna say pretty soon. Like, and I'm a more patient guy with quarterbacks than you, but I'm gonna tell you this: if this guy doesn't get it together, like in a couple, I hate to say it, is it Big Ginger time? Andy Dalton is you can't say at this point, even though Andy Dalton is a statue, is not 100 million times better than Bryce Young. I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, I don't
you
think
tell
so
me.
Either.
And now I'm going to get, hey, Cam and his backup quarterbacks again. Well, you know what? Throw Bryce Young out there and see how he does. The guy sucks.
The worst is going to be when Cam goes back to Carolina this week. We'll see. Okay. But Cam,
I feel
the
bad
other
for
thing
you
you
on
want to
that
talk
Tennessee
about?
pick, Drew, because you know what? You should have gone perfect on that.
Yeah.
But this is the NFL.
That's the NFL, baby.
Think about this too, Drew. So I have Seattle and me and my girlfriend had to go out. I already got them 5.5, but I'm like, you know what? 6.5, who cares? They win by a touchdown. So I put huge money on that.
Well, how about 2 safeties against your team?
That's no. And first of all, one of them wasn't even a safety. There were 2 safeties and backdoor cover by Denver. Seattle should have won that game by 1 million. And then they end up winning by 6. I win my original bet, but I lost by the hook on the other one. Very frustrating.
Yeah, luckily we had 5.5 on here.
Damn right.
Yeah, Cam, the other thing I got to say is Cleveland's defense showed out like we said they would. They held Dallas to under 300 total yards. They were 4 for 14 on third downs. They forced so many field goals. The issue was Deshaun Watson, absolute trash. I'm done defending this guy, Cam.
True. I love
Cleveland could have easily won that football game. Their defense was unreal. And just Watson throwing ducks, checkdowns, check down, getting sacked, running for no reason sometimes when he's got guys wide open. I was just like, how long till Jameis comes in? I know you're paying this guy $70 million the next 2 years,
Doesn't
but like
matter.
That's on your GM. If I'm Stefanski, I'm like, listen, you made that deal, not me. I'm putting Jameis in.
You bring up so many good points. I think remember Jameis Winston once threw for the most yards in the NFL. Do we not remember this? Like
he's a gunslinger. Like he'll make mistakes.
That's the whole thing. He made
at least he tries.
He made mistakes. The thing about Deshaun Watson, and we're watching something now. This is week 1, Drew. All it is going to get worse for some of these quarterbacks. They haven't been hit yet. Like, what do we do here? Like, we have a guy that stole the bag. Let's just call it out for what it is. Deshaun
100%.
Watson was a menace to society with women. He went to the massage parlor. He got that huge contract. And now I don't even think he knows how to play football. Like,
I'm trying to think of a worse.
To be there.
Has there been a worse contract given out in the NFL? Like,
no,
ever?
No.
Like, I'm trying to think. Like, Russell Wilson's was pretty bad, but at least Denver got out of it and accepted it.
Exactly, man. Dude, and you saw this guy. You're a Clemson guy. This guy was one of the best athletes ever. And Cam Newton, even on his way out, Cam Newton still had a skill set. Like, this guy's skill set has gone, like, I've never seen a guy, like, he's Drew. We should be very concerned. He might be done. Like, dude, done.
I defend this guy. He was second in MVP voting when he threw for 5,000 yards.
Don't
like
defend
4 years
him anymore.
Ago.
You're right. Not to. You're a man who's married with children too. Don't ever.
No, I'm not defending him. I'm saying
no. I was defending him like being in the league and being a quarterback. Not only is he now a jerk, he's also a guy that can't play football. So what's his use? Nothing.
Yeah, like
I'm telling you, I don't care how much money Cleveland's playing. I put Jameis Winston in there. Hell, Drew, this team won with Drew Flacco, who runs like my dad in his walker could almost beat him in a 40-yard sprint. Like,
they probably won that game yesterday if Flacco scored quarterback.
I'm going to tell you, if Flacco was I agree with you again.
Cam, if you told me the Cleveland held Dallas to 4 for 14 on third down, 260 yards total in the game, Dak only had 179 yards, I'd be like, oh, Cleveland dominated.
You're right,
Nope,
pal.
because their offense just couldn't move the football, and it was just turnover after turnover, and Dallas just Aubrey, Cam, best kicker I've ever seen. This guy's hitting 55-yarders like a chip shot. He's not even running. He's just like,
we talked about it. Like, think about games that were won with kicking too, like Santos L. Helper for Cleveland.
Oh, Chris Boswell?
But Cleveland's kicker's wicked too. Like, that guy's nutting kicks and tough surfaces. But we talked about it on our show. You're right, Drew. Great call again by you. Aubrey, this kid's special. He is special. See what the Lions did, actually. They went and got a kicker from the UFL League, from the Michigan Panthers, right? So, yeah, it's interesting, buddy. We'll see what happens. And, great. So far your takes are, I don't know.
Well, besides the Titans, I thought they were going to win outright. So
you deserve better on that game.
Anyways, Cam, going into Monday night, I switched off the Jets to San Fran. I'm still all over San Fran tonight. All my bets are on San Fran. Everyone's on the Jets. I'm watching pregame shows before our show today, and I'm just like, everyone's on the Jets side. And everyone's talking about how, like, oh, Trent Williams is going to be slow. Ayuk's going to be slow to acclimate to the offense. McCaffrey's going to be on a pitch count. Purdy's no good, blah, blah, blah. Like, guys, Rodgers hasn't thrown a football in like 600 days.
Drew,
like,
what games did I change, though? Do you know I went 0-3 on my changes? If I kept Arizona, Minnesota.
Yeah, so if you kept Jacksonville, you would have won. Yeah. Buffalo, you pushed. It was fine because it was 6.
Okay. And I had Minnesota.
That was the only 2 changes you
Giants.
made.
I thought I
switched. No, you didn't. I didn't? You didn't. You were on the Giants, and I told you to switch to Minnesota with me, and you were like, I want to switch, but I'm not going to. You stayed on the Giants.
It's funny. A guy that I really respect, who I do a college show with, Jacksonville, was like one of his top picks this week. That was a great pick by him, and I should have stayed on Jacksonville.
Jake should have won that game easily.
Oh,
ETN was at the 1. They would have been up 17 points.
There's a lot of weird things that happen week 1. Drew, you know what? Since you got the hot hand and I would have had a better record, worst case scenario, I go even. I'm going to go with you on San Francisco. I really thought about taking the Jets too, and I love dogs, but I don't know who Aaron Rodgers is going to play. Watching these older quarterbacks now is kind of making me think father time catches up with nobody. San Francisco, one thing too is Aaron Rodgers always talk, I wish I played for the Niners and blah, blah, blah. Dude, go on a mushroom trip in the Himalayas. Like, no one cares about what you're doing. These guys, and he's one of these guys in the league, I think guys would like to pummel. And San Francisco has a type of nasty guys on that team. So I'm with you. I think San Francisco win. I think a Jets teaser would probably play, but I will lay a 4. Now it's 4 with San Francisco. We got a number. What do you think about the under 43 too? We should probably give people a total pick.
Cam, I think it's like 31-21. San Fran wins this game.
Okay, so you think it goes over? And interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. The Jets have a great defensive line. Well, they have Quinn Williams. I think they're going to be missing Reddick tonight, Cam. I think he gets paid tomorrow because they're not going to be able to get a pass rush on Purdy. And if Purdy's back there, when he's under pressure, he's off balance, he throws some picks, whatever. When he has time, Cam, he's a very good quarterback, and I think he's going to have lots of time tonight. So I could just see him dissecting that defense. I know Sauce Gardner's going to be on Brandon Ayuk, so I don't like those props, but give me Jennings props, McCaffrey checkdowns. Jordan Mason's going to be used a bunch. I don't see the Jets keeping up with them unless Rodgers is all of a sudden like the Rodgers we saw 5 years ago. But I don't know if he is. Can you trust that Rodgers is going to be that Rodgers, Cam? Look how bad Cousins looked coming off his Achilles. This guy couldn't step on his foot.
Yeah, you're right. And we're not doctors here. By the way, that Lions-Rams game, you got the Lions to cover in overtime there.
Oh, man.
I walked out of the concert. I'm like, Lions were killing them. And then I go, oh, my God, this game's going overtime. I was playing blackjack. I'm like, what the hell happened?
That was one I did not deserve to win. Detroit minus 3.5. That was super
but Drew, and then I'm looking. Oh, dude, tell the people about the guys I left on the bench in your pool. Reed and all. I'm a fantasy. I'd have 200 points in one league. I left Williams on the bench in another league. I have all my bench players over 30 points and all my starters under 15. I just don't know what I did this weekend other than consume alcohol and try to win money.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to week 2, Cam. Week 2 rebound. It's overreaction. Week 1.
Yep.
Let's talk about the overreactions when we get into these games. We will start with Buffalo at Miami on Thursday Night Football. The Lions I got them an hour ago, Cam. So if they're changed, too bad. You're going by what I tell you.
Okay. You're getting tough.
Well, I've already made the graphics.
Okay. Yeah.
So
okay. Oh, if you've made the graphics, so I got Buffalo plus 2.5. Are we?
So I got Miami minus 2.5. That's good. Okay, I'm seeing some 1.5s out there, but it's 2.5 for us. Cam, I'll start this one off. The Bills are 12-1 with Josh Allen against Miami in his career. You're giving me them as an underdog. I don't care how good the Dolphins looked. I'll just take the Bills blindly as underdogs plus 2.5.
Me too, buddy. We're rating each other's mail, so Bagman's going to have to wait a few games. I love the fact that Buffalo, too. People from Buffalo made that trip to Miami. Drew, they live for this stuff, right? The old September trip. And there's already snowbirds that live there, let alone the people that travel. Bills Mafia, that's what they do with their money. They follow the Bills around. And by the way, Drew, I was in Niagara Falls, and let me tell you something moving forward, the wind in that area, I'm telling you, it was like a damn hurricane. I walked out of the hotel. An old couple almost fell over. My Seahawks shirt went over my head. The winds had to be 40 miles. And then I'm thinking.
That's why I don't trust Bass to hit any field goals,
That's
Cam.
the thing. And I started to realize, I'm only 25, 30 minutes away from Orchard Park here. It's something to think about with Bills games. The wind is just nuts.
Yeah, once they have the new stadium, that won't be an issue. But while they're at Ralph Wilson, it will be an issue. All right, that was quick.
So
double
double Bills, baby. I'm with you.
Double
that was
Bills.
a nice comeback too. Again, they should have covered that game earlier, but
I wasn't worried because of the double dip with the half, with how they get the ball back. If they didn't score on that drive before half, I would have been worried, but I wasn't really worried.
Allen anytime touchdown too, Drew. It was minus 20, 25 cents. You got to take it almost.
He did hurt his hand, his non-throwing hand on that hurdle over Baker. This guy needs to calm down. I don't know why he's hurdling week 1.
I know.
But he hurt his hand, so we'll see about that. He might have an issue with handing the ball off, they're saying, but I think if he just tapes it up, he'll be okay. Or a little injection. Moving on. Tampa Bay at Detroit, Cam. I got the Lions -6. The total is 48.5. Baker Mayfield. How about Baker, Cam? I was on Tampa side, 4 touchdowns, leading the NFL in passing touchdowns. We thought Tampa was going to be cooked coming to the year, but I think Washington's either really bad or Tampa's actually still the Tampa we saw last year.
Maybe they are, Drew. I got to be honest with you. I liked Washington this game, and I did another show, and everybody had Pittsburgh, so I had to get off it and take this game, which really pissed me off. Tennessee was my other option. I'm going to tell you this. I think Washington, and maybe we bigged them up too much, and I still don't think Tampa Bay's as great as we think. But I will say this. They played Detroit really, really tough in that game, but I still think Detroit is so much better. It's under a touchdown. This game could change for me. I don't like to lay points. And I think Detroit got a little bit of a scare from the Rams. What did we learn, Drew? Don't let teams back in games. They had them up early, and I think Dan Campbell needs to address this. So if they get a lead in the game, I have a feeling they're going to put their foot on Tampa's throat and keep that back door closed. I like Detroit in this game by 13.
Yeah, I'm going to go Lions as well because I think everyone's going to be on Tampa for seeing them smoke Washington. But that's a rookie quarterback who wasn't playing very well at all. Like Daniels didn't look good. We can agree on that, right? Like he looked good running the football, but throwing it, he looked awful.
He's got problems. Hey, all of them. Caleb Williams, everybody's anointing him. He didn't look very good at all. I don't care what anybody said. He was missing.
Bo Nix made some okay passes, but he didn't look great either.
No, it's hard for rookie quarterbacks. This is Bo Nix. Also, Seattle pressured him. He made a couple plays, as you said, Drew, but he still missed guys too. Actually, I thought he played pretty well. Like Seattle's defense could have killed him in that game. He avoided pressure a lot. Like I watched.
Yeah, he threw behind a couple guys though.
He did. But I'm just saying it's hard for rookie quarterbacks in this league. So let's go with Detroit, Drew. We might change this one, but I think we're feeling the Lions and the Bills so far.
All right. Speaking of, why don't you tell us about your excursion Sunday night? Why you're beat down right now? You were gone to see some 50s rock band that no one's ever heard of or
50s
something?
50s rock band. Oh, cut your mic. What is this? What, you think we're pulling out of a pink Cadillac? It's
you saw the Carpenters or something?
It was actually a really good show. His band's called Crowded House. They're in the 80s. Sorry, Drew. Not all of us grew up on Britney Spears. I don't know how old you are. How old are you again? How old are you?
NSYNC, baby.
Yeah, NSYNC was your band. I forgot. Yeah, you were an NSYNC kid.
Anyway,
it was actually a great show. I went to the show. We went out for a steakhouse, Drew. I ponied up, and I was hoping to have more monies after the Tennessee game. Then we could have really got the surf and turf combo. But anyway, we hit the steakhouse, and then we hit the felt, hit the concert, and then hit the felt.
How'd you do on the blackjack table? You played the Bahama bonus?
Not well.
I'm going
to be honest with you. I played with a bunch of idiots, and I've learned this. You want the best tip on this show rather than picks? Playing with teenagers on a Saturday or Sunday night at Casino Niagara is a one-way ticket to disaster. These kids are hitting 15s against 6s. They have no clue. And to all you people that come in and out like a parking spot, you're a fucking prick. I don't care what you do. When people are playing at the table, I don't like this lurchy arm reaching over and putting chips in.
Dude.
It's like, and I know I went up to him but I can't stop them. I'm not the pit boss.
When they reach over and add chips to your stack, I'm like, who the fuck you think you are playing on my stack? Like,
that's the whole thing. Guy goes, can I put it on your stack? I go, I don't care, but can you ask me next time? Like,
don't just reach over my face.
People, the etiquette at that thing, and then I learned, you know how you win, Drew. I'll tell you, I got a little bit back. Know how I did, and that got ruined as well. I found the oldest lady in the place. Oldest lady, watched her play, going, knows it. I watched everything she did for 4 or 5 hands, and I sat down. We went win, win, win. And who came in? A bunch of drunken punks came in there, sat down. The minute she saw these guys play, she's out the door.
Did they at least pull the hey, are you guys cool if we join in?
No, there was no hey, we're cool. It's hey, we're moving down. Like that's the whole thing. On weekends, there's no etiquette. Tip. Find the oldest
if you see
lady.
Someone's winning, I wait until they say it's okay to sit down. I wait till their losing streak starts.
It's Drew. This is the hottest tip I give people all year. I won't give you winners, but I'll tell you this. Never play blackjack with drunks and kids at night. Find the oldest person, a senior preferably, and play with 2 people at a hand and don't talk. When you win, just shh and don't tell anybody. Never attract the vultures.
Veteran
Next
move.
game.
Hit up the Seneca on the way to the Bills game.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about going to Seneca,
morning?
but I just didn't want to deal with the border too much. Next time. Yeah.
All right, Titans hosting the Jets, Cam. We don't know how the Jets perform tonight. We will. We know how the Titans performed.
Why don't you start with this after the Tennessee debacle?
Their offense looked atrocious. Will Levis, the photo of him going like this after he threw the pick 6 to end the game for the Titans. They're +4 at home. I really like the Titans defense, Cam. Overreaction week 1 makes him want to take the Titans here, but I just don't know how the Jets do tonight, that makes it hard. This might change on the Thursday show, but right now, Cam, I'm going back to the well with the Titans. Give me the Titans defense against Aaron Rodgers at home to cover the points. They might not win, but I think they can cover +4.
Here's the deal, Drew. I think this is the hardest, and this is what we're doing. We're taping before the Monday Nighter. We like to get out the games early and then readjust on Thursday, just for you guys just tuning in for the first time. That's what we do, Mondays and Thursdays, and Drew puts it together. I'm going to take the New York Jets in this spot. I don't really love the game, Drew. I could change, but here's the thing. I probably think if we think the Jets are going to lose, I think that game is going to be more important to them next week, assuming San Francisco beats them, and especially if they cover. I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to look like. If he's Hopalong Cassidy out there and gets murdered in the game, maybe we should have bet on Tennessee. You're actually doing the right thing because it can only get worse for the Jets if Aaron Rodgers gets beat up tonight. But I think he'll stay upright. Give me the Jets -4. This game is definitely on the changeable box come Thursday.
Yeah, I think the Jets lose tonight, which means I think that this line's going to go to 3. So that's why I'm going to take the Titans now. If the Jets win tonight, Cam, this line can move to -6.
It could.
I think, maybe it means I should take the Jets. Whatever, I'm taking the Titans anyway. All right, where do you think mystery tiebreaker man is on this one?
Jets.
Correct.
There we go. So I'm 3-1 for this year. Let's just say this. I'll trade my record for mystery tiebreaker Bagman's split picks. We're always 500 or more.
It's true. You're always
Drew,
like what? like 80%.
Yeah, I don't have too many requests from you. But can you start the next game, please? I'm still kind of confused.
This would be 3 out of 4. I've started.
Yeah,
but that's
okay.
fine.
I'll start the next one after.
No, it's fine. This is
I
you're
promise.
usually the Seattle whisperer, so
Okay,
usually you
yeah.
know. But
Kinda.
Seattle going to Foxborough take on the Patriots. Patriots coming off their huge upset over the Bengals that knocked me out of Week 1 Survivor in like 40% of most pools. The idiots that took the Bengals. Cam told us not to, and I was like, I'm not worried about Jacoby Brissett. I should have been worried about Joe Burrow not knowing how to play quarterback anymore.
Yep.
But New England +3. Cam, I think if New England doesn't pull up that upset, this line's like -6 Seattle. So give me Seahawks blindly here because I just think this line's wrong. I think people are overreacting to how New England played.
I agree. And watching that Seattle game, I've learned a lot. They're actually not as good at home as they are now on the road. They don't mind these East Coast.
It is a long travel though for them.
It is. But the thing is though, New England will probably be feeling a little bit better about themselves. Like, wow, we beat the Bengals and stuff. I think Seattle could have cleaned up a lot of things in that game. Drew, you also have to remember there was a fumbled punt that led to points by Denver and 2 safeties. One of them I thought was out of the end zone. So that score was not indicative. At the second half of the game, Seattle pummeled Denver.
Well, even the
game.
Bengals. The Bengals had Irwin fumble at the 1 yard line, Gesicki drop a touchdown, and then the muff punt on. So like everything went wrong for Cincy. They could have easily won the game by 2 touchdowns.
Good call.
So yeah, I think New England's defense is being heavily overrated here. I think Seattle could have their way. Walker, his abdominal injury is a bit worrisome. Charbonnet's pretty good, though, as a backup, so I'm not too worried about that.
Actually, Kenny McIntosh is, I'm going to tell you, Drew, watching this guy play, they don't play him enough, but McDonald's starting to get confident. Kenny McIntosh will be Seattle's second-string quarterback. I'm actually mad at Charbonnet's the reason Seattle didn't cover because they ran him 3 times and gave the ball back to Denver. If they get 1 first down, they win that game by 13. I like Charbonnet. He's a good blocking back, but
He's good at catching. That's about it.
Nah, but I just don't think he's like Kenny McIntosh from Georgia is a better back. I've watched every Seattle game, but you know what? It's hard to get a second-string quarterback drafted that high. And he went to Michigan, UCLA. He's got good pedigree, but I'm just going to say this. I don't think he's as good as people think. I think Walker ran great in that game, too. Drew, see how hard he runs?
Before his injury? Oh, he was great.
Oh, he's so good.
He had 2 touchdowns called back because of stupid penalties.
It's ridiculous. It was they got hosed on calls, too. Anyway, I'm on Seattle, too. I think New England's feeling good. And I'm glad when you're on my team, Drew. It makes me feel better.
All right, Cleveland going to Jacksonville to take on the Jags. The Browns, their defense stepped up and held Dallas in check. Their offense, on the other hand, like we said, absolutely atrocious. Deshaun Watson's still the starter, Stefanski said. Obviously, they can't go away from him. Probably if they're 0-3, maybe I could see the switch. But like you're paying this guy this much money guaranteed, you can't cut him, can't trade him. You got to just ride it out at this point. They're my division winner. The Jags blew it against the Dolphins. They could have been up 17 points, but ETN fumbled at the 1. So many guys fumbled at the 1 yard line, like on their way into the end zone this week. It was weird. But Cam, I'll start this one too. I don't care. I love the Browns in the spot. Everyone's off them because of how bad they looked. Cam, +4. Give me 4 points. With the best unit in this game is the Browns defense. Like the Browns offense, Jags offense, Jags defense. The Browns defense can hold them in check enough to cover this game by 4.
I love it, Drew. You're reading my mail. Overreaction. Jacksonville. I think the Jags are okay, but now we're getting Cleveland at 4, and I think they'll take their show on the road. I like the defense as well. I don't know what the hell Deshaun Watson's doing, and how much money he's making. I have a shorter leash. If this guy sucks in this game and they have an opportunity, like say their defense is keeping him in and they're just punting and punting and punting, I'd put Deshaun Watson in the second half. That's how crazy I'd put Winston in and I'd say, Deshaun, you know what you're doing? You're killing our football team. Like I know you stole money from the organization. I don't want you out there anymore. It's hard to do that when a guy makes money but I hate that. It doesn't matter. You've already paid the guy the money. Don't you want to just win games? So it's always like, oh, we're paying him so much. Yeah, if the guy's shit, who cares how much you're paying him? Yeah. I want the guy who's going to be on the field to win. Give me Cleveland +4. Could be our best bet of the week, Drew. I have a feeling
it might be my minerals. We'll see. Yep. I do think Steffi Graf did not impress me against Miami Dolphins. I think he left way too many points on the field.
He did. Steffi. Yeah.
So give me the Browns here. I think this has 13-10 written all over it. So I'll take the +4. All right, we're in agreement on a lot of games so far. Moving on, Minnesota hosting the San Francisco 49ers. We don't know how San Fran performs tonight. We will find out on our Thursday show. Minnesota looked very good against the Giants. Thankfully, I switched off. Cam didn't. Daniel Jones, Cam, just gave the game away to Minnesota. Sam Darnold in his own home looked just fine. JJ's unguardable. Doesn't matter who's quarterback. It doesn't matter, Cam. Where are you going on this one?
I'm going to take Minnesota in this one, Drew, getting 5. Sam Darnold used to play number 4 of the 49ers, knows them a little bit, and I was actually very impressed with that performance. I took the Giants on the spread, and boy, did I regret that play. Same old Giants, same old shit. Give me the Minnesota Vikings getting 5 against San Francisco. I think San Francisco, if they win, especially tonight, will be a big play. I should probably wait because if San Francisco is great, we'll probably get Minnesota at 5. But right now, I'll take Minnesota at 5. Give me the Vikings. Skol, baby.
Yeah, I'm taking San Fran on the other side. I think Minnesota had a good week 1 against probably one of the bottom 3 teams in the NFL. This isn't that. This is a good pass rush. When we know what happens to Sam Darnold when he has a pass rush against him, it's seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
So give me San Fran to win this game by like 20 to 25 points, Cam. I think, especially if they lose tonight to the Jets. If they lose tonight to the Jets, Cam, I'm going to be hammering this line. If they win, which I think they will, it's not the same, but I do like San Fran to win this game by 10 to 20. So, yeah, give me -5. Where do you think the mystery tiebreaker man is on this one?
I think he's on San Francisco, Drew.
Correct. I thought I was trying to trick you. I thought.
Ooh, you tricked me. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
So what am I, 2-0? 2-0
Yeah,
so far.
2-0 so far. All right, Cam.
I got to bring this. We got to bring this guy out. That's what we got to do. And just know what he's betting. That's
Indianapolis going to Green Bay to take on Jordan Loveless, Green Bay Packers. Cam, I feel bad for the guy. 5 seconds left. You sprain your MCL.
Well, I told you not to go to Brazil. The turf was horrible.
The field was embarrassing.
I'm just not. I can't make a statement saying.
How can the NFL get away with this shit? Like, you're forcing these guys to play, and they can't leave the hotel in this city they're in. The field is absolutely trashed. Everyone's hurting their knees and their ankles because the cleats don't grip properly. And like, you're just raking in the money. Roger Goodell doesn't care.
You know what? I got to ask you. Just calling Celino and Barnes. Do we have a lawsuit here? Like. You tell me.
The issue is you can't blame the turf for Love's injury because it was Jordan Davis was on the bottom of it.
You can't, but I'm also saying guys could have got killed the whole damn game.
Oh, yeah.
NFL, stop
Dude,
doing
the first play of the game, Saquon fell over because his cleat couldn't grip the turf.
It's ridiculous. I thought these guys were going to put in like wooden, like pieces of wood instead of like long cleats, like whittling them at halftime. Like, it was a joke. Enough of this stuff. I know you fucking greedy pigs want money all the time. You're already rich. Everyone's betting on your stupid product anyway. It's a friggin' movie. Like, anyway, give me. Oh God, what are we gonna do with this game now?
Cam, I think I gotta blindly take the Colts here. Malik Willis sucks.
I'm gonna take the Colts as well. Actually, you know what? We should jump on it now because Malik Willis is not an NFL quarterback. -3.5.
Dude, he's so bad.
He's more than bad. He's awful. And that's another thing. Shame on you, Green Bay. I'm going to say this. When you have a great young quarterback and a team that has potential, you always need a good backup. Malik
Willis just traded for him 2 weeks ago.
That's what are you doing? Like, every team that's good, you have to have a second guy that is competent to keep you in the season while you get, you know what I'm saying, Drew? Like, to me, that's a must. Like, if you're a talented team, you can't throw a stiff in there. If you're any team that has Super Bowl potential, your second string quarterback has to be at least effective. Like, remember the Kansas City Chiefs? We talked about it. Chad Henne saved their ass when Mahomes was hurt in like 3 games. Big drives, too, where he scored points. You need that guy.
It's true. Cam, he's appeared in 14 games. I think he only has 7 starts in his career.
Reeks.
0 passing touchdowns.
Oh, 0. Yeah.
0.
So people laugh at Seattle. At least we have Sam Howell. Who would you rather have, Malik Willis or Sam Howell as a backup?
I don't think I'd want Malik Willis over Nathan Peterman. Like, I'd rather Nathan Peterman.
It's close. That's you know what? As crazy as that sounds, Nathan Peterman versus Willis is a pick'em, and that is a bad pick'em. That's like getting dealt 14, 15 in blackjack every single hand. These guys suck.
And like Anthony Richardson didn't look great, but he didn't look bad. Like, that 60-yard bomb in the air, that was crazy when he's falling backwards, the air yards on that. But then he still only had 9 completions total, which we said the issue was him throwing the football. But he runs very well. I feel bad for Jonathan Taylor owners in fantasy because Richardson was taking all the carries. I was like, can you give the ball?
I had Jonathan Taylor, and as I told you, I had Reed and somebody else on the bench, Drew. I think I had do I have Taylor in your league? No, it's in my other.
I don't know. I'm in so many leagues. I have no idea.
I'm in 3. Let's go with the horseshoe on this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they'll bounce back after that tight game against Houston. All right, the Chargers coming off their big win over the Raiders because Antonio Pierce was just like, you know what? 4th and 1 from the 43-yard line with 6 minutes left. I'm going to punt the football down 6 points.
Classic cowardly behavior.
Yeah, this is like we roast every coach, and this wasn't him last year. Last year for the Raiders, he was aggressive. What happened to this guy? And then he said I was playing the field position game. Dude, you're on their side of the field. What are you talking about? They haven't been able to move the ball well against you all game, and then they go down the field and they score.
Actually, I'll make a semi-apology to one coach. Like, we're roasting coaches for a reason. I thought numbnuts on the Saints did a good job. Well, then again, Carolina gave them the game, so we shouldn't get. Okay, I'm just saying he didn't give them any extra. Oh no, dude, I what am I going to do, Drew, with my Carolina over 5.5? Like I might as well just like go and hand that ticket to a guy at the liquor store.
You might as well. Yeah,
it's dead. Like,
is there a cash out button? Is there take a $40 loss or whatever it is?
Dude, cash out's going to be like 30 cents the way they played for week 1.
Okay, I don't know, Cam. Carolina plus 4.5. Chargers.
Actually, I'm seeing 6.
No, I got it at 4.5, so you're good.
Okay.
Well, let me check.
I'll take Chargers at 4.5.
I'll read you the graphic. I'll read you the 4.5.
Yeah, you read the graphics, please. I'm seeing 6. Well, so I guess everybody and those 82% of the public are okay. Can you take Carolina?
Yeah, okay. It's 5 now in the book I'm looking at. So I'm not taking Carolina. Give me LA. This will probably be 8 by kickoff.
I'll take the chart. Honestly, what Carolina did to me this weekend, they did me wrong, and it wasn't even that. It killed every teaser that would have won with the other smart stuff we did. I'm done. Give me the lightning bolts. This one's for Jeff Feinberg. 2-0.
And Carolina will come out now and all of a sudden win this football game or something stupid. Yeah. That's the way the NFL works, but I can't trust it. I cannot bet on it. I will not be betting on this game.
As I'm doing this show, lines are changing like right in front of me. So you're
just listen to what I tell you. This is a Monday. People know the lines are going to change, but this is what we got. So don't yell at us when it's like half point different or something like that.
Settle down. I'm just you tell me what the numbers.
All right, Washington hosting the Giants. Daniel Jones now, Cam, since he signed his contract, I saw this crazy stat. He now has thrown more pick sixes than touchdowns to his own players since he signed his 4-year extension. Isn't that wild?
Another thing where I'm going to have to. I didn't realize it was Apology Monday. I've been wrong. I've defended Daniel Jones. Like how you said about Deshaun Watson, Drew, me and you are
done with him?
We're going to the same place with the apology. You for Watson, me for Jones. I am done with this SEC stupid Duke loving, dumb haircutted punk. I don't care how much. This guy used to be, he could run. What happened to his skill set? Oh, we got the receivers. You go and draft Neighbors and all the other. Like you have so much damn speed and talent. I get it. Their line's not great. But how is a guy regressing? And he's a great runner. It's amazing to me how Josh Allen, he's kind of like Josh Allen light, but he does everything wrong.
Well, Brian Dable tries to use him like he's Josh Allen, but he's not.
That's the thing. He's not. He doesn't have an arm like Josh Allen.
He threw a pick six on a screen pass.
The guy's an idiot. I'm with you, but what do we do in this game?
I'm taking the Giants.
What's the line?
3. It's Washington favored by 3 at home. I'm taking the Giants here. I think I like them on the money line in this spot.
I'm taking the Giants too. And then if they don't cover this game after our little speech,
Washington's defense looked atrocious, and I think Dable can drop enough plays to get them open. I know Minnesota's defense looked really good, but I don't think they're that good. But I think they're better than Washington.
You know what, Drew?
And Jaden Daniels struggled, looked pretty bad at times. So I'm just going to go with Brian Dable in the offense to figure it out. Otherwise, Daniel Jones is getting benched if he loses this game.
Oh, definitely. Oh, you don't think those paisans in Italy? They already do Danny DeVito lasagna and pasta nights there. The guys like in the Italian community, he shows up at bars. Hey, Danny DeVito, they love him, right? So the thing is, the minute Jones screws up, Dable's going to go to DeVito, and DeVito will do fine.
He'll just run the offense. He'll do what he's told.
Exactly.
He won't try this stupid nonsense.
He actually played well, man, other than that game in Dallas where they threw him to the Wolves in his first ever start on a Thanksgiving on the road. Come on now. That's like torture to a guy. Give me the Giants.
And his agent with his hat and that trench coat is just like, hey,
dude, his agent,
put the DeVito in.
He looks worse than bookies I'd meet at the Burger King for a Whopper combo. and the other guy I knew with the prosthetic leg, that guy looks fake, Drew. He
looks like if you had to put make a sports agent in like a comedy and make it funny. Like, let's give him a trench coat and a hat, make him look like he's in like a gangster.
You're right.
movie.
If you go who is the guy who is definitely not the bookie in this scenario and is like the local sleaze bag?
He's the guy pretending to be a gangster and
dude, that guy's a sleaze bag. But anyway, he gets money for his client. Giants +3.
Yeah, I agree with you. We'll see Tommy DeVito eating pizza slices maybe sometime soon. All right, the Raiders going to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Raiders looked at embarrassing performance against the Chargers. Ravens coming off a tough loss against the Chiefs. Cam, 8 points at home is a lot of points. Do you believe in Lamar and the Ravens to cover this many points?
This is old school Baltimore. They are going to absolutely kick the living shit out of the Ragers. I remember we went to that game, Drew, when I saw you when you had a freezer full of meat for me and stuff, and we watched. It was Seattle at Baltimore, and that was that same team, and they murder teams that come in from the West at home, especially coming off a loss against KC. Baltimore by 17-24 in this game. I'll lay it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cam. I think Baltimore's going to absolutely smoke them, take them out to the tool shed, whatever you want to say. Coming off a loss, they need this win, home opener. Everyone's going to be riling them up, and like the Raiders just don't have a defense to stop these guys. And like what's the maximum the Raiders score in Baltimore against this defense?
17, 16,
Yeah, 17. Yeah,
16,
fair.
17.
So you need the Ravens
Baltimore
to score 27.
is good for me. I think Baltimore scores 37 points in this game.
Yeah, I think this is Derrick Henry 2-touchdown special. I think like we didn't see a lot of Henry against the Chiefs because they were down the whole time. They will not be down in this one. So if you got Derrick Henry props, hammer those. Those will be in my props on Thursday for sure. All right, moving on. Dallas hosting the New Orleans Saints, coming off their absolute slapping of the Carolina Panthers. Dallas actually put up almost double the Cleveland Browns points, but it was a lot of Deshaun Watson, not as much as Dallas's offense. Their defense did look impressive, though, but take it with a grain of salt because Watson looked like the worst quarterback I've ever seen. So, Cam, do you get the Dallas Cowboys, the good version of them or the bad version of them? Is Derek Carr as good as he looked, or is he not as good as he looked? You can start this one. 6.5 is a tough number.
I hate the game. I look like an idiot after week one. I remember my Saints play. They've already got a win. Like that first week hurt me in so many different ways.
Well, no, but we said they could start 1-8 because Carolina was an easy opponent.
Yeah, you're right. But I expected Carolina to like cover or win that game.
Yeah.
I'm dumb. Okay. Hey, at least our show, we admit when we're stupid, but we do it.
100%.
Hey, I told people not to take Cincinnati for the survivor pick. So cut me some slack, Jack. Give me Dallas -6. What is it? 6.5 under a touchdown? Oh, give me the star. Hey, Saints, now you're going into an environment with a real team. Good luck. Dallas is how many points are they going to score? I'm thinking 31. 40? How many points do the Saints score? I'm thinking 14.
I'm thinking the over in this game, over 45.5 is a nice bet. I think this game could be 30-21. So give me Dallas -6.5. I think Saints come back down to earth after Derek Carr talking trash to Horn on the defense in Carolina. I was like, hey, let's settle down, bro. Like, you're facing a high school football team here. Let's not be talking
Agreed.
He's like, 3 touchdowns. No, we're going to score 4 touchdowns. He's like in their face. Like, okay. Let's see if you do that when Micah Parsons is coming around your blind side.
Correct. I'm with you.
Yes. Give me the Dallas Cowboys to cover the 6.5 and over 45.5. All right, Cam. This next one, I think is easy. I think it's very easy.
Okay,
we'll
tell
see
me.
what you say.
Tell me.
LA Rams going to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Rams are -1 on the road. This, I will confirm with you, will be in my minerals. I love the Rams -1 here. If anything taught me anything, Kyler Murray shits the bed against LA Rams, Cam, when he plays them. So give me the Rams, get in there and stomp them. I think it's going to be Kyron Williams running all over them. Cooper Kupp catching all over them. Arizona's defense is just absolute garbage, Cam, so I don't think they can keep up with LA. I
have a different approach to this game. I actually like Arizona. I like what I saw in the first half against Buffalo. I think that total, I'll tell you something, bet the over right now because both teams aren't going to be stopped. I don't think the Rams defense can stop Arizona.
They held Detroit and checked pretty well.
Arizona at home is a different beast. Remember, these guys beat Dallas and stuff last year. They play really good at home. I'm going to tell you, Drew, this game's not as easy as you think. I might change it, but give me cheap. Only one because I'm only getting one chirp with the Cardinals. I'm going to take the Cardinals as my. He's not really an underdog bird. He's only like a very small underdog bird. One wing +1?
Cam, if you had to guess, what's Kyler Murray's record against the Rams in his career?
I'm going to say 1-7.
Oh, you nailed it. He's 1-7.
That's off the top of my head, bro. I can't believe this.
You tell me you didn't have that in front of you.
I swear to God, Drew, I'd never lie to you. I bet on the Carolina Panthers this week. I don't lie. 1-7 was my number. It just popped into my head. Can I go to the casino now? Cut my mic. I'm out the door. Lady, you're getting back in the car. We're gone. Bye.
He is 1-7 against the Rams in his career with 8 touchdowns total in the 8 games. Cam, he struggles against them. That's why I love
struggling. This he is struggling. But you know what, Drew? This could be changed.
Did you see Marvin Harrison wide open, like for the game-winning touchdown by like 30 yards? Nobody anywhere near him, and Kyler Murray's just too short to see over his offensive line. He's like, I don't see anybody, and just took the sack. I'm
glad I got that guy out of my fantasy lineup. What do you get? Half a point?
Yeah, it wasn't great. Okay, where do you think mystery tiebreaker man is on this one?
Rams.
Correct. So tiebreakers.
Thank you, Drew. Right, anything else to say about the tiebreakers, or should we move on?
No, we'll move on. The Steelers, Cam, going to Denver to take on the Broncos. The Broncos are +3 underdogs at home. You love home dogs. You love making horse noises. But tell me why you don't love the Broncos this week.
I don't love the Broncos this week, but I'm kind of torn. Drew, don't you find this to be like the toughest game? Because Pittsburgh did us really well with Atlanta going on the road, and Denver, they went to Seattle, and either you covered by a half with Denver or you covered by a half with Seattle. It was a very good line by the sports books. Bo Nix at home with the crowd behind him and stuff. I don't think it's going to be that. You know what? I like Denver +3 in this spot. I have a feeling we might change 6 games, but ladies and gentlemen, all the games that I change, I originally liked Jacksonville and went to Miami for some God knows reason. So when I change, bad things happen, but give me 3 bucking Broncos against the Steelers. Hey, just because the Steelers were good to us one week doesn't mean they give it and they can take it away. Our horse, he broke his hoof last week, but this week he's going wire to wire. Give me the 3 with Denver.
Cam,
I know, Drew, it's not that easy, though.
I love Pittsburgh in this spot, Cam. You're giving me Mike Tomlin against a rookie quarterback. Listen, Seattle's defense is decent. It is not as good as the Steelers' defense. Steelers' defense is better than Seattle's. Bo Nix, rookie, going against this front. TJ Watt should have had 3 sacks in that game. 2 of them were called back. 2 of them were fumbles. And one of them was they called offside, and the ref apologized to him after. He was like, sorry, man, that wasn't offside. I called the wrong flag. And TJ Watt's like, dude, that was a sack fumble, and you called it offside. Yeah. Give me Pittsburgh to absolutely stomp Bo Nix. Like, I don't think he can move the football against this team, Cam. Like, this game has low scoring written all over it. What are you thinking here? 17-14, 17-10?
I'm thinking like Pittsburgh wins like 21-20 at the most.
You think it'll be that high scoring?
Or 14-13. Like, I think Denver might cover.
You say the total's 36.5. It's very low.
But 17-14 is a push. That's 31. The total's 37, so 21-20 is barely over. I don't know. This could have Drew. I have a weird score, like a 19-17, where Pittsburgh wins and Denver covers by 1 for me. Like that's my number.
I'm thinking 17-3 Steelers win. That's my guess.
You got big stones, buddy. That's why you.
Where do you think Mr. Tiebreaker Man is on this one?
Oh, he's going with Pittsburgh all day and all night.
Your first incorrect one of the week, Cam.
See what happens when you get cocky, Drew. Like,
I don't know why I was surprised when he sent to Denver as well. It didn't make sense to me. But he's a Chiefs fan. Well, he's not a Chiefs fan.
Well, I thought you know this guy. He has to go with Pittsburgh. I'm actually shocked. Okay,
so
you tricked me.
All right. KC hosting the Bengals. Yeah. We know Mahomes struggles against the Bengals in his career. Burrow does well against the Chiefs. Everyone's overreacting to the Bengals losing to the Patriots, and now they're +6 in KC.
Bengals.
If the Bengals win that game against the Patriots, this game's probably what, Cam? You think 3?
Yep.
And it's now 6.
I have a feeling, Drew, the way the Bengals played, we might get a full touchdown here. What are we getting, Roni, right now? 6.
Yeah.
Anyway, who cares? Cincinnati, I think they overlooked New England, sleptwalked, and we're thinking about this game with KC. As for KC, they're better than they were last year. Are we idiots betting against them? We will soon find out. But I'm taking the loser Bengals that screwed up everybody's survivor but me. But still, I had them in moneyline parlays with Seattle and other things and Detroit that would have paid nice, and they screwed it up. So you know what, Bengals? Screw you. But I'm coming back to you this week because of my, me and the Chiefs. Hey, the Chiefs have been good to you. You bet them last week and they covered. But I want Cincinnati +6 because I'm an absolute stooge.
No, Cam, I'm on your side too. I think everyone's overreacting.
Too.
Everyone's overreacting, Cam.
Yep,
I think Burrow looked like trash, but then his guys fumbled and everything. And like for some reason, Mahomes and these guys struggle against the Bengals.
Yeah.
And like it's the regular season. It was the playoffs, and maybe I lean KC here, but Burrow 3-1 lifetime against the Chiefs.
Oh man,
you're giving me 6 points with them. Like I just have to blindly take it because I think this line is 3 points or 4 points different than it would have been if Bengals pull it out.
I actually might make this a minerals pick, as dumb as I am, but I'm with you.
I don't think it's that dumb.
Give me the Bengals. Now, what are we going to do with these next 2 games? Oh, Lord, help us.
The Chicago Bears going to Houston, take on the Texans. The Texans in their home opener with their new look offense, all their weapons. They're 6.5-point favorites. The Bears coming off their crazy comeback against the Titans where Caleb Williams threw for just 98 yards, passing 0 touchdowns. Swift had only 35 yards rushing. The Bears' offense looked atrocious, but Houston's defense did not look good against the Indianapolis Colts, Cam, either. So I don't know. It's a lot of points.
What does Chicago do, really? So
I know.
We covered Tennessee. The fact that we didn't win that, Drew, they muffed the punt. They recovered and scored points. Then their kicker hit 2 monster kicks.
And then they blocked a punt return for a touchdown.
Yes, they blocked that. Like Tennessee should have won the game by 14 or more, let alone lost by 7. So like that was one of the worst giveaways ever. I'm going to go with Houston here, and I'm not happy to do this because I like taking points. You know what? Let's call it out for what it is. The Bears were lucky. It was like they're so fucking lucky in that game against Tennessee. Houston was actually not great in their game too. So you know what? I think they have to be better. How about Houston by 10 in this game?
Yeah,
I know these plus points are attractive, man.
I know. Drew, everything in me is like, you should take the Bears. You should take the Bears. Like,
I don't like this game.
70% was already on the Bears early, which means I think if you wait,
you mean they're on the Titans. early, 70%. Not Bears.
No, right now I'm looking. 70% are on the Bears. Or on the Texans. You're right. They're on the Texans. Yeah, you're right.
Dude,
Right.
Hey, have a nap. It says
You're
Texans
right.
here. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So like it's making me lean Bears, but I think because of that, this line could get to 7 or 8.
Drew, as I'm doing this live, it just flipped from 6.5 to 7, but I go with your lines. So I still got,
So,
am I getting 6.5?
There you go. I just said by Thursday it could get 7, 7.5.
Well, you're a real, see, you just had a power nap. You're back. Give me Houston Texans minus 6.5. Do it, Drew. Do it. We'll switch it together. I'll make you a deal because I have a feeling this game might get switched. I hate big favorites. Look at this. Hey, this was the number. If you got Seattle at 5.5, you cover. If you got them at 6.5, you lose by the hook. It's a 6.5 is a tough number.
And that's why we got Seattle 5.5 on the show. All right, give me the Houston Texans 6.5. Cam, you know what? They can win this game by a touchdown. I think so. I don't think Caleb Williams has what it takes to keep up with them. But then again, I didn't think Anthony Richardson. I had the Colts plus 2.5. But whatever. I'm just talking myself into nonsense here. Monday Night Football. Atlanta going to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Kirk Cousins in prime time. Never been great, Cam, and he did not look good against the Steelers on Sunday. His Achilles did not look healthy. He couldn't even plant on his back foot, his front foot, which is bad news, Bears. Cam, 6 points is a lot of points, though.
I'm with you.
You
know what? Give me Frank Falcon, and I'm going to tell you, he was not impressive in the first week. But that's the thing. This is what I love, Drew. This is actually working out to our favor. Oh, Atlanta. Look at these guys. The division's so weak. And then all of a sudden, I thought the Saints were going to be junk. Oh, the Saints. Yep. See the way they murdered Carolina. It's 1 week to 1 week. So everyone's down in Atlanta. Philadelphia beat Green Bay. Let's remember, they're coming back from Brazil and getting acclimated back to Philadelphia. I'm taking the Falcons. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking Atlanta.
I thought I heard you say you're taking the Eagles like a minute ago.
Drew, I did not say. No, I said Philadelphia is coming back from Brazil. Do you need to whisper 2002 on top of all the other things that we're talking about? Give me Atlanta plus 6.5. Bird in the Battle of the Birds. I want the underdog bird.
We did see against Green Bay, the Eagles secondary looked like it still had the same issues. Wasn't that great? Their front four is very good though, which worries me.
But Cousins might get murdered.
Yes, that's what worries me, Cam. But Cousins last year against Philadelphia had 364 yards passing and 4 touchdowns and a loss. So he can throw it on these guys. It's the primetime worries me.
Drew, I got something for you that you're going to like. Take a look down at the consensus form right now. It's early and things can balance out, but I'm seeing over 8 to 1 on the Eagles. That makes me even more happy to take.
You're right.
Falcon.
Alarm bells are ringing. 80% is on the Eagles and the Lions. So
broken wing.
So you know what? We're going with the Dirty Bird. They look bad. But we're going with them Monday night. Give me the Dirty Birds, Cam.
Oh, I got a lot of birds in my repertoire this week.
Everyone's going to be off Atlanta. Everyone's on the Eagles.
I think I like every bird. I think I have Seahawks. I have Cardinal. I have Raven. I have, oh my God, I do. I have, but I can't take both birds. And I have broken wing with Frank Falcon over the Eagle. Eddie the Eagle.
I'm trying to think. Do you have any other birds? You don't have.
There's no other bird.
Yeah,
what's the other bird? There are no other birds. Those are every bird in the league.
Yep. All right, Cam.
Bird theme this week. Okay.
Our best bets of the week are bronze, silver, and gold. Would you like me to start with my bronze?
Yes, I would, Drew. I'd love it.
My bronze is the LA Rams, who are 7-1 against Kyler in his career. I think they make that 8-1. I think they absolutely stomp them. This line is incorrect. It should be 5 or 6. It is only 1. Give me the Rams as my bronze selection.
I'm going to go with the Randy the Raven, Baltimore, in my first selection of birds. I know it's a lot of points. What am I doing, Drew? Is it under? What'd you say? 8 against the Ravens?
Or 8.
Oh, do you want to give me a 6? Can I make it? Can I make it a triple?
That's the street book. That's from Tommy DeVito's agent.
Oh, yeah.
His agent will give you a 6.
If it was street book, what's your bronze? Baltimore. What's your silver? Baltimore. Yeah. What's your gold? Baltimore. But I'll take Baltimore.
I'll take some spaghetti.
Is it 7.5 or 8?
It's 8. It's 8.
Okay. See me trying to play games with you? 8.
Yeah.
I'll still take it.
Buy the points. I see you.
Give me the Ravens and quote me nevermore 8.
Yeah, my silver selection, Cam, is once again on Thursday night. The Buffalo Bills are 12-1 against Tua in his career. Give me the Bills plus 2.5. I will take them anytime they're an underdog against the Miami Dolphins because they have owned the Dolphins since Allen's been in town. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. The Dolphins are now the kings of the division. I just don't think it's time for that. Mike McDaniel struggles against the Dolphins in his career, so give me the Bills to win this outright. It's plus 2.5. I'll take plus 2.5.
The Bills were going to be my 4th mineral, but we only have 3 on the show. Maybe one day we'll create a new mineral. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns at plus 4 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Nobody let us down other than the Bengals, the Browns. isn't it funny, Drew? Teams from Ohio just absolutely like kick you in the nuts. But anyway, I'll take Cleveland +4 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think everyone's going to love the Jags this week. Cleveland was brutal, but too many points. Give me Cleveland +4, silver.
Oh, I'm between two picks right now. I don't know what to do.
I don't know either. That's the problem. And the one I think about too much is going to be wrong.
I'm between the Titans and the 49ers. I don't know what Jets we're going to get yet, though, so I can't make them my gold. I really want to, though, with their defense, but I'm not going back to the well. Give me the 49ers as my gold. I think they go into Minnesota and absolutely stomp them by 20-plus points. So, love the 49ers -5 gold.
I don't know what the hell to do either. I'm confused between I can't make this team my goal.
I thought you were taking the Bengals as one of your minerals.
Oh my God. Am I going to do this? I'm narrowing it down to 3. It's either Giants against Washington, Bengals versus Chiefs, or Frank Falcon versus Eddie the Eagle.
I don't know like that one. I would do Bengals or
dude. Making the Bengals my gold pick against Kansas City is basically like you're letting a hobo move into your house like in The Simpsons.
Go with Danny DeVito's team, then, baby.
Yeah, it's like Homer Simpson. I gave my house to the Carnies. I'm betting on the Bengals against the Chiefs. Like, am I an idiot? I am. Give me the Bengals +6 because you know what? Misery loves company, and I just what's the definition of insanity?
I love it. Overreaction week 1. Everyone's calling stupid.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and expecting different results every time we bet against the Chiefs. It's a recipe for a nightmare.
No,
but
not when they're playing this team, though, Cam.
You're right. The Bengals always cover against the Chiefs. It's the only thing we know.
Yeah.
What about the Giants? Don't you like the Giants against
I love
Washington?
The Giants. I would have leaned Giants there, but
can we add minerals next? Could we have a bonus mineral? Anyway, we'll just tell us our 4th favorite game next week.
My 4th favorite game will probably be Pittsburgh against Denver.
I know what my Pittsburgh's probably. No, I like Denver. So give me Cincinnati, please. That'll be my pick.
Yeah, I don't mind Houston.
So what have I got? Baltimore, Cincinnati, and
I'm surprised you go Seattle and New England -3.
I can't do that. Oh my God, I got all the teams from one division. I got Cleveland, Baltimore, and Cincinnati.
Yeah, you're right. The AFC North parlay.
That's my theme this week. The AFC North and a bounce back.
You're Jon Snow, Cam. You know who that is?
Snow.
You know who that is?
Yes, you're such an idiot. Drew, you're the best.
I didn't know if you watch Game of Thrones. You don't seem like a fantasy.
I just know it because I know other people who tell me about it. Like, I trust me. I do not watch shows with fucking dragons, lizards.
Whoa. What's wrong with dragons and lizards?
I just anything. Now, no other thing is, I don't mind like comic book stuff. Like, I actually don't mind. Like, I watch cartoons and stuff. Like, I watch Superman, Batman. Like, I'm down. I do not watch no dragons, no castles, no chainmail, no jousting. Basically, nothing that I get at medieval times except for eating a fucking big leg of turkey with my hands and drinking wine in a big goblet. I'm a glutton.
You're a true crime guy. You're like,
I watch all true crime.
There was a 7-person murder in Nashville. You're like,
we were watching it in bed in Niagara Falls. I'm like, this murder. I've seen this one already. Let's go back to the fucking casino.
How can you fall asleep to watching murder mystery? That would freak me out.
It's soothing, Drew. Just like a nice hot knife through your back.
It's like my wife watches all those doctor shows on TV, and anytime I see open heart surgery and stuff, I'm like, ugh, I can't watch this.
Drew, that's where we agree. I'll draw the line. I hate me. My girlfriend's actually the same, and we don't agree on anything. She hates doctor shows other than House, and I hate no loser. Hey, I'm a doctor that figured this stuff out. No surgeries, no good doctor. I think he is going to be okay. I don't want to watch this stuff. It sucks. Sorry, I don't like it.
Yeah, my wife's Grey's Anatomy.
Any show with MD in it, what's that show that's Grey's Anatomy? It's still on television.
Yeah, it's my wife's like.
Oh my God! That show should be banned. It's so bad.
Hey, there's new love stories
every
week.
It's your wife's favorite show. Now she hates me.
There was a plane crash and one of them survived. I remember, and she was performing CPR, and someone was like, we're in a plane crash. How are you walking right now?" But,
your plane crash. Yet all of a sudden we just bring in the paddles. Okay, sounds good.
A
survivor pick. You're done. I'm not.
I'm done. Bengals killed me. If I had to pick this week, it would be the Ravens, but I don't have a pick. I'm out.
You can pick mine if you want.
No, I'll rebuy on the show.
Could you be my partner? At least help me with mine.
Yeah.
What about the Chargers? Oh, dude, I almost want to take the Chargers against the Panthers, but my luck, the Panthers, that'd be their only win. I like the Ravens too. Give me the Ravens. Okay. But I wanted to save them, but it's just too obvious. You know what I've learned about Survivor, Drew? You want to take those mid spreads, like the 3s and 4s,
the 5s.
But
5s, 4s.
Like at Seattle, 5.5.
Dallas wouldn't be a bad Survivor this week.
I'll you know what? Put Baltimore in for me now, and things can change on you, dude. We got like 4 days to figure this thing out.
Or you take Indy against Malik Willis. That's a risky one.
I don't take road. No road team like that. That's too difficult. But Baltimore, and I kind of like where you're going. But I'll do Baltimore. Just give me Baltimore.
All right. Well, that does it for.
That's my wife's favorite show. I'm like, that show should be banned.
It's true. She also likes The Bachelor and Bachelorette and all that.
I don't watch that crap either. My girlfriend doesn't mind. Actually, she's more into the Housewives of whatever.
Oh, that's
Bachelor.
the worst. That's the worst.
No, I thought it's brain dead TV or the ones on the yacht where everyone's banging each other and the captain gets mad. Oh yeah, Below Deck. Yeah, she just told me. She goes, I love Below Deck. You know what I love? No, I don't love Below Deck.
I'd love to own one of those.
I like to stay above the deck.
Yes,
exactly. Thanks.
All right, that does it for our week 2 pick show, the Monday version. Good luck tonight on Monday Night Football. Props I like. Juwan Jennings catches over.
Nice.
Breece Hall catches and yards over, and Tyler Conklin anytime touchdown. Cam, I like the tight end.
Conklin, the Carnies. You're going to the Conklin Carnival. I love Breece Hall as well. What? That's what it's called. They're called Conklin. You know those carnies that like rip you off in games at the CNE?
Oh,
that's the company they work for. It's called Conklin. But anyway, another lesson that you didn't know because you're young. Give me Breece Hall everything. What?
This has nothing to do with my age. I don't
yes, it
look
does.
at the
If
brand
you're
name
older,
of
you know it's Conklin Carnival.
Yeah,
anyway,
so you're saying the guys that run those like ghetto like basket throw the ball games?
Yes, they work for a company called Conklin. It's got like a scary clown on their logo. But anyway, why don't you go to the chat and figure out who knows what Conklin is? And any guy over 40 will know. And any person under 38 or whatever probably says this fucking redheaded guy is nuts.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Good luck tonight to the 49ers because me and Ken are both on them. Hopefully they win this game and cover the number.
Jets cover, I'm going to snap for changing the pick. You
can blame me, Cam. We will see you on Thursday for our updated picks, our props, our anytime touchdown stuff, and hopefully we'll put together an anytime TD parlay this weekend. We forgot to do it. The 4 guys. Your tight end one didn't come close, but hopefully come closer.
What, you mean 0 for 4? Yeah. Good pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will see you on Thursday, everybody. Please click like. Please click subscribe. Please rate and review on all audio platforms. It helps us out. Download it. Just give it a 5 stars when you can. And we will see you on Thursday. Good luck.
This has been Drew and Stu. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.